This is I Love Gaming. This is part, I believe anyway, so I checked on my list, part 21 of my Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age playthrough. I'll have to probably check in later. I mean, if it's part, if it's not part 21, I'll just have to edit the title, but anyway. So it started, oh, by the way, I adjusted my mic level. I was watching some of my old videos. It seemed like the quality of my voice on these videos was very inconsistent. I didn't get picked up a lot, and other times it did get picked up. And I tend to have a very soft voice, so yeah, I raised it up to about max. So that should help counteract that. So, see where we left off here. I think I'll probably do just about under an hour or so. I don't think I'm going to be doing a long one today. Yeah, look at that. Fran is hot. Well, all of you are hot, but yes, Fran. I'd love to have bunny children with you. I'd have wild bunny sex. Okay, so, oh yeah, so I tried to fight, I don't remember the name of the Esper on the elevator. I tried to fight him, and yeah, I wasn't high enough. I think I'm almost high enough, so I'll have to go level grind a little bit. So, let's go to Juro Vegan. I think that's how you pronounce it. Like, it looks like a spaceship. Alrighty. We're playing as... Wait, I'm gonna change. Yeah, I'm trying to level up all the characters to about level... Oh, that's right, only 3. Take Ash out. Let's see. Which way is it? Oh, no, this way. Okay. So I'm planning to get the PS5. Hopefully next month I'll be able to get it, if not April. I'm getting one. The main reason I was going to get one is for Final Fantasy XVI, which I've been keeping an eye on it overall. And the game looks fantastic. Yeah, I don't know if you heard my commentary on the last playthrough. I think I was talking about it. I got Final Fantasy XVI, I pre-ordered it. And I was thinking about just buying it later, but I heard it comes with, when you pre-ordered it, came with these certain weapon stuff you couldn't get normally, like the Mage Master and stuff. So I pre-ordered it, and anyway, I'll just talk while I'm doing. Let's see. Can I change the volume? Oh yes, we can. Bring it down just a little bit. Alright. I'll try to pay attention while I'm talking at the same time. Okay. So yeah, I pre-ordered it, and well, I tried the demo for it. The demo, I don't know, it's better than the demo led on, but not by a ton. I mean, I guess that was Filthy dropping about and running in that game. Oh, anyway, we're not getting too off track here. Oh yeah, that's right, he has reflect. Yeah, I pre-ordered it, and yeah, it wound up being disappointing overall. I mean, it wasn't unplayable. I mean, I did play, I guess it was completely unplayable. I did play the game Fallout 76, and that I got 45 minutes in, and I just said, I'm done. I just was bored out of my skull. I attempted to do a playthrough, but yeah, I gave up. Anyway, so it wasn't that bad. I got through enough of it. Actually, I spent a good amount of time. I needed something to do at that time. I couldn't buy any more games, so yeah, I spent a good amount of time on it. Anyway, I was overall disappointed by it. You know, the story was not complete. I mean, I don't think it was near half complete. Still made no sense overall. A lot of the character motivations were not clear. Like, I didn't really understand Ravis that much. His deal was a bit confusing to me. It seemed like there was supposed to be more on him, and he was very undercooked overall. Like a lot of characters. And yeah, I didn't like how they forced you to buy these DLCs to get. Well, they said it was they're going to release more overall to get, you know, the info on the characters and what they're doing, why they're doing it, you know, the story and all that to kind of fill holes in, and yeah, it's just a lot of stuff they did with the game just didn't work for me. Oh yeah, no female party members. You know, it just was an odd choice overall. It was a shame that didn't give Aranea more to do. I thought she was pretty cool. You know, it could have been a potentially great character, but they gave her just so little. You know, she's a real badass. I really liked her. I wish they gave her more to do, you know? It's like, just, yeah, not much. She was actually voiced by Carrie Waldron, who did Ash in this game. Ash Dalmasca. Bernardin Dalmasca. Funny name. Yeah. Ashelia Bernardin Dalmasca. Which was also voiced by Carrie Waldron. She did a pretty good job in 15 as well. I think they all did a good job. They did the best they could overall. Anyhow, so yeah, I've been following 16. I'm really looking at it to see if there's any red flags I can find out about it, like having to buy extra content. You know, that kind of stuff. So overall, it looks pretty good. I'm not seeing any real red flags. I think I'm going to go ahead and get it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pre-order it. I don't know if I have money to do that, but I'll probably buy it not long after it comes out. It looks pretty good. You know, the director seems to know how good idea what he's doing and have a good amount of passion for it. You know, the summon system looks a lot better, which is disappointing to me in 15. It was just cutscene, basically a glorified cutscene when you could even get them to appear. I couldn't really figure out how to get them to appear. It was confusing. When they did appear, I usually didn't need them. Yeah, I never understood it. And they're only like free in the game to use. Anyway, yeah, the summon system looks a lot better. I mean, it looks awesome. You know, just say this look really epic, and from what I could tell, it's like an Animorph thing. Animorph. Yeah, Animorph thing. You know, a character who's a dominant, like, I believe Clive is the dominant of, what's his name? I think Afreet. But I haven't seen how it works, but like, gather how it works is that he, like, let's say Clive, for example, he'll kind of just transform, his body will kind of morph into Afreet. So that's what it looks like to me. So we'll see how that turns out. It seems like it's an Animorph thing. I don't know how you're going to switch to the other characters, because apparently you can only play as Clive, and the other ones are AI controlled. I kind of hope possibly they might change that in the future. And if they don't, I guess I'll understand. I mean, it looks like, you know, they're not going to try to, you know, go like they did with 15 and try to please everyone, and they end up just not pleasing a ton of people. That's what they tried to do with 15. They're trying to make it for everyone, and they just watered it down so much in the process. So yeah, I mean, if they don't do it, I understand. I kind of hope they'll do it. You know, I'd like to be able to switch to some of the other characters as well, but if they don't, they don't. But I don't know how they're going to make it work, like the other dominants. How are you going to switch to the other ones? I guess we'll find out. Oh, the setting looks a lot better. Valencia, I believe it's called. It just looks like a more proper setting for the series. I know EOS just yeah, it didn't cut it for me overall. Was the area with Shiva dominant? I mean Shiva cadaver, or was it? I was confused on that. It looked like a statue more than a cadaver. Cadaver's like a dead body, it looked like a statue. Anyway, that... Bet you could guess why I like that. Yes. Oh, they actually fully rendered it. You can actually watch it on YouTube. I look up how to get to the Shiva cadaver, I think. Shiva body. In game, you normally can't get very close to it. It's just, you know, far off. It's just a quick stop when you're fighting demons in the train. But in the yeah, apparently they actually fully rendered it. Believe it or not, it's a fully rendered statue posing, like laying in the sand. Well, it looks like sand. I guess it's supposed to be snow. Based on how it looks in the cut. In the cutscene, it looks more like snow, but I guess maybe it was supposed to be sand at one point. I don't know. They changed it in development. Yeah, it's sand, and if you go close to it, and they rendered it, every curve, every crevice, every, you know, every detail of the female anatomy of Shiva is rendered. Believe it or not, it wasn't just an illusion. Yeah, I checked that out, and that was really quite hot. Yeah, so to me it was the best area overall. I mean, I'm not saying the game looked bad or anything. The game looked great. I just thought the videos were kind of bland overall. It just didn't really... Yeah, it didn't seem interesting. I mean, I just didn't find the gas stations and diners, just primarily what you see in the game. I just didn't think it was interesting. So yeah, Valsia looks like a more interesting setting. I don't know much about how it's going to be in game. It's like a medieval style setting, and to me I think that's a good move. It also eliminates the potential that they're going to put like product placement in. That was another thing that annoyed me. Like, really? You gotta buy all this extra content, pay to see a movie, and all this other stuff they're going to do, and they're going to force product placement in. I mean, at least they could make it clever. Like Grand Theft Auto does a clever job, but they, you know, they rename stuff in those games. Like Gap is Gash or Zip, you know, something like that. And they do their own spin on it, and they do it in a clever way. It's humorous. I mean, probably the most clever thing they. What's going on here? I think I have to switch Ash in this real fast. Yeah, they didn't really, the product placement is so ham-handed, and I think probably the most clever one was the soup one, but I don't know, to me, it just seems so facepalm worthy. I mean, actually the funny story is that the English voice actors for the game, they thought it was like some kind of joke, so they just read the lines kind of in a flippant way, you know, like, and they, I don't know how they did, I'm not sure how to explain it, but they did it in a way that they didn't take it seriously. They thought it was a joke. I mean, I don't blame them. But yeah, it turned out it wasn't a joke. That really was something that made its way in the game, against all odds. Yeah, and then all the other, like, Amex, like, really? I mean, just... Like, Hypnosis have had, like, I mean, they have Amex in the game, doesn't have, like, a card of a KWM account? It's just... Yeah, it's just stupid. Amex. They have an Amex card, and so it's supposed to be a fantasy world, a card that's, you know, just in our world. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just stupid. You know, that kind of pissed me off. I mean, it's just in your face all the time. It's hard to avoid Coleman plugs, you know, cup of noodles. Just it's hard to avoid. Let's see. I don't. Kind of hard to keep track of who has Remedy Wars 3, which you have to have for Remedy to get everything, or most everything. Particularly Disease. enemies toward the end of the game, they seem to have a knack for inflicting these annoying diseases, or status ailments. So you're going to want to have lots of remedies. So anyway, yeah, going for that type of setting, not only have they not kind of done, you know, medieval style setting, they've been doing a lot of, you know, sci-fi style settings. Or, I'm sorry, fantasy oriented. They've been doing more, you know, settings that are more on the sci-fi end. It's not full sci-fi. So yeah, going back to fantasy styling was actually a pretty good move. You know, makes kind of changes things up nicely. You know, it's just kind of been doing the same thing for a while now. Minus, not including Final Fantasy 14. I mean the offline, I mean the single player games. Okay, here we go. There's some more. Yeah, it certainly helps eliminate the forced product placement potential. As is, you know, kind of set the game. They're trying to go for a more, don't know. They're trying to go for a, what is it? Particular time period feel. So that's why they picked, the English voice actors are not American this time. They're all from Britain, I believe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't remember the list though. I'm not familiar with any of them. So they aren't like from anime at all. Like Kari Waldron and James R. Taylor. They're not from any big animes or anything like that. So yeah, they picked particular cast style, voice acting cast style. And he kind of goes like Game of Thrones styling, which is cool. I think it's a nice move. And I've heard people be disappointed they aren't going for any American voice actors, and I guess I can understand what they're going for. Let's see. And, you know, if it makes the game, you know, end up being pretty good overall, and you know, pretty good experience, and I'm for it. I see how big a save the game will be good. I mean, I hope I'm not speaking too soon. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty excited over it, and also I'm interested to see what they do next with XII Remake series. I thought the first remake part was pretty good. The only real reservation I have with it, there were too many. Kind of gave me the Final Fantasy 13 PTSD kind of triggered back. Just too much running through corridors. Except they didn't look as nice as the 13 ones, so at least those looked good. Right. They looked better, more interesting. 7 ones, I mean, they kind of got repetitive after a while, so we'll see what they do with Rebirth. Hopefully they, you know, add a little more variety, not just running through the same environment a lot. The story, you know, the story was different. Let's just say different from the original overall. Oh, oops. Get her out. Yeah, that's something that can happen. I gotta get Bosch in the armor. I still haven't done that yet. I haven't been on this for a while, some time. As you can see. I'm doing other stuff like Hulu. I'm trying to finish up as much as I can what I have on Hulu. We canceled it for a bit, and we're going to be going with HBO for a couple months, so I'm not going to be able to see a lot of the stuff I usually watch, like Sword Art Online, which I'm almost done with it, up to season, probably all the seasons through. Not the movies, but at least the TV seasons. I started with 3 and 4, I finished that a while ago, or a couple of months or so ago. And then, yeah, I worked backwards because Netflix didn't have 1 and 2, so yeah, I bought 1 and 2, or 1 on iTunes before I found out Hulu had them because Netflix didn't have it. So I bought that, but they didn't have season 2, so I watched that. And then, yeah, I watched season 2 later on Netflix, on Hulu, I mean. So I'm at episode, I think 21 or 22, I'm almost done with it. So yeah, there's that, Hero Academia. or Sorota, which if you look at my YouTube channel, I changed that picture to Hajime, the main protagonist. Talking about the previous videos, he's badass, and he's always surrounded by hot babes. It's kind of a harem isekai show. Always funny, dry humor. Yeah, it's really good, I like it a lot. I'm almost done with that one too. I didn't really have another season of that show. That one, there's a bunch of other ones, but those, yeah. I'm busy with that, other places. Just spent a good amount of time lately playing this one, so I want to get back to other places. I started up some new ones. I started up Grand Theft Auto Vice City and San Andreas playthroughs. I started up Mafia Definitive Edition, which I'm really liking so far. I played Vice City and San Andreas a few times in my lifetime. I got them when it came out. Yeah, I started those again recently. I hadn't done the playthrough my channel, so I went back to those. Vice City one I'm mostly done with. It's a quick game, and San Andreas I'm just got to the countryside. Like the western part of it. You know, the part with Perot, San Fierro. Let's see. This, yeah, seems like a good area to level up. Just have to contend with all the status ailments. I wish I could get rid of Bosch's armor because it keeps reflecting. Let me see. Can I get rid of it? I guess like, okay, now I can. Yeah, I don't use reflect in this game because it's just, yeah, I know. As you can see, I have create certain hang-ups. Like in Final Fantasy X, I used it quite a bit. And that game wouldn't come to a problem. I can cast it off enemies and, you know, have my party and then, you know, heal them that way and stuff. But in this game, it's not as easy. It could be. I just don't. I tend not to use it in this game. Yeah, I think how spell's gonna work in 16. I don't think that alchemy from 15 will return. It's basically what it was, I guess. You know, like you buy soft drinks at the gas station, of course. Mostly that's where you buy stuff, and yeah, and then I don't know. Noctis, I guess? I don't know who has the power. I never say who has that power, but someone in the party turns these items into, like sodas and energy drinks turn them into healing items, and it's like, it's a little bizarre. It's never explained who does it or anything, it's just how it is. And then, yeah, no magic. It was basically spell grenades. I mean, that kind of drawing from 8, which I wasn't a big fan of, drawing nonsense that returned. But unlike with 8, which at least had spells, you know, in 15 you're just creating these bombs, and the bombs had the risk of damaging not only you, but your party as well. It's like, I just don't know. It just gave me anxiety. Like I mean, I can't think of everyone else who played the game. It gave me anxiety. It's just, I don't know why they made it where it damages you and your party. I don't, and the UI for it's a bit clumsy, it's a bit awkward as well. But we didn't have to use it. I guess in like 8 you didn't have to draw, I guess not necessarily. But, yeah, no magic, just spell grenades, so I know I'm going to do some magic in 16. I believe it's supposed to return. Let's see. It looks like proper healing items are going to return. That's good. Let's see. As for character designs, I like them quite a bit. I'm not familiar who did them. I thought it was the one who did this game, Akihiko Yoshida, but no, it's someone different. I can't remember what games he did. I'm not familiar with him, but they're pretty good overall. I like them. They fit the setting. You know, they feel pretty consistent overall. And they seem more eye-catching. In 15, they just look samey, like they all wear black leather, and they're heading to a mosh pit. Or at least until you get the pink flag outfits later in the game, which look more proper. I don't know why they weren't wearing those at the beginning, but yeah, they look like people say, a boy band. Kind of look also a little metrosexual. They're always like complimenting each other on their outfits or stuff like that. It's just, yeah, it's a little bit odd. They're supposed to be straight. It's not like they were gay or bi. Like, all of them were actually straight. It's just weird. I don't know. It's just odd. It'd be different if like they're gay or bi or something like that. But yeah, like Doc's supposed to be straight. Prompto straight, and Granio, I believe, straight. Like there's a scene, you can miss it, where he was reading a girly magazine. I believe he's, you know, interested in girls. Ignis, I don't remember. I believe he was too. I don't know, but yeah, that's an odd. Yeah, I think it's an odd decision. It's kind of led people to believe that, you know, because that's what it's kind of thinking the game is like they're all gay and, you know, that kind of thing, but it's not really what they meant, the developers meant to be the case. I mean, overall, I don't entirely know what they meant, but I know they didn't mean for them to be gay, so I guess that was some bad writing there or something, I don't know. Oops, that's right. I'm wasting, remedies. That's okay, I look like I have enough cash by now. I can make enough, let's see, yeah. Oh good, I'm getting closer to being where I need to be. Yeah, we're at. So this is a good spot, looks like, good. Yeah. Let's see. Let me swap. Oh. Let's see, let's try to keep. I should first switch Ashton. I gotta level her up more. Oh, switch over to her. Okay. Now, that's my thoughts on Zodiac Age. I'm just gonna say again, I sent previous playthroughs, so I don't know if it got picked up or not. I don't know, I thought the game was pretty solid when it came out. Like, I liked somewhat the game did, like getting those random encounters. Let's see, I always liked the character designs of the game. I thought they were pretty good. I'm not saying 10s are bad. I mean, they're iconic and all, but you know, they were out there, and at least in a good way, I thought. But yeah, they're pretty out there. These ones, they seem like it's more consistent overall. I thought it was a nice update. You know, bring in new character designer. You know, after Mura's increasingly outlandish designs. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but the designs are pretty cool. But yeah, some of them can be out there. So yeah, it was a nice change. New composer. Setting was a nice change. It's actually probably their best, if not the best setting in the series so far of Evilise. What else? I mean, yeah, there's stuff I liked about the game. Like, when it came out, it didn't have stuff like the, ability to speed up gameplay, so when you have to grind like this, yeah, you do it all at manual speed. This was a nice update. Adding the jobs was a nice update. Everyone just seemed the same before. On the same license board. It's kind of like the Spear Grid, you know, but yeah, it's not the same thing. Let's see. Get upgrade. They were all just dumped on the same board, basically. Let's see. Upgrade HP. I think I'm going to. Yeah, it makes it. It's also smaller. It's easier to get around on. The other one was just so big. You know, they're all on the same board. After them having their own jobs, makes them more unique. You know, gives you a reason to swap them out. which is good. Good move. What else? Yeah, it also kind of helps alleviate the pacing issues. The story does have some pacing issues. I mean, not the worst I've seen, but yeah, the long stretches where you just aren't progressing the story. Go through the story, like in the past couple of playthroughs, I don't know, I think it's a pretty solid enough story. It's not... I think it could have been better, you know, if they kept, what's his name? I don't remember the name of the director who did this game. It eludes me now. If he didn't leave, it probably would have been pretty damn good, to be honest. But yeah, he ended up having to leave. It did, suffer comparatively, but I don't know, it wasn't horrible. I don't think it was horrible personally. I know, as a kid I just didn't get it. You know, now I think it's actually it's a solid enough story. But it does have some pacing issues, you know, caused by having to spend a lot of time running about and not progressing things. So it's easy to forget, like, what's happening. But yeah, having speed up helps. And then the other thing, I don't know, I think it was always a thing, I didn't know, like, back then about, like, where to buy teleport stones, so it's always just running about, you can't speed up back then, so there's a lot of running through. Environments that can be pretty big sometimes. So, yeah, it was kind of annoying back then, and then, yeah, there was no, autosave. There were certain areas that really needed it, like here. You know, if you died, you're back at the save crystal. We have the same thing with 10, but at least with 10, the environments weren't as big. It wasn't as bad overall. This game, the environments were bigger, and it had more enemies overall. And they weren't like in the regimented, turn-based styling. You know, it was kind of more freeform. It was easy for them just to, you know, overwhelm you, and then yeah, you die, and well, you're back to the save point. There goes those hours of grinding in a certain area between saves, where you're all the way back, whatever save you had before. So yeah, autosave. Thank God that they put that in. I needed that years ago. Certainly helps. And what else? Oh yeah, the voice acting direction was pretty good in this game overall. It was... I know 10 was the first game to do it, but yeah, it certainly showed overall. So yeah, it was definitely better. You did a better job directing it overall. And what else? So with the Zodiac Age, what else did they do? Some other stuff they did. Let's see. I think they also added New Game Plus and Minus. New Game Plus means you start at level 90. Although they do still end up scaling the enemies, I know, so I don't know. But yeah, you start your level 90, or you can start New Game Minus. I haven't done that yet. Basically, you start at, I think you just stay at level 1. I think you have to... Makes the game like really hard. I guess it kind of compares to Nightmare mode. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. So yeah, that's what New Game Minus is. And oh yeah, I think it added trial mode. I don't think that was in the original. I think trials came from maybe the international version. I'm not sure. I did some of them. I got to level 30. I guess I need to get some certain equipment to go back to it after a while. I got stuck at a certain, I can't remember which one I got stuck at. Kept expecting certain stats there once I ended up dying to it, so go back to it eventually. So I didn't do it for the playthrough, I did it separately. Let's see. Chainmail, perhaps? Oh yeah, I was just saying, I'm sorry, I got distracted about teleport stone. So yeah, I didn't know where to buy them. So yeah, having those, like you see, I really like that. It's certainly better. You know, cuts out. I want to get back here, for example, I don't have to run all the way back here. It's so much better. Alright, that's the warp system in Ravenastor. I think most people don't know about it. I hear people complain about how big it is. I think they don't know about the Moogle system, Moogle warp system. And they could probably explain that a bit better in game. It's easy to miss, I suppose, but yeah. That certainly helps quite a bit, but you have to know about it. What else? I don't think offhand, I guess it'll come back to me. So anyway, yeah, this version is definitely a lot better. I feel like it's definitely the definitive version of this game overall. Let's see. This reduces magic MP cost, that's a good one. Increases potency. If that increases, like if you want to cast Cura, that will make it more effective. Use less MP as a result. Now this one, this is like it says, it'll increase your power, your MP power when your HP is low. That could be good. Well, this one I haven't really used before. I haven't used all the techniques before. I used some of them, just not most of them. I had a lot I just ended up not using. Let's see. Alright, get rid of these Vivians. That's years ago I didn't really fully understand how the gambit system worked. I definitely have gotten better with it. After a while you don't really have to really switch anything, like if you're really strong enough, it doesn't matter, but it does matter like if you're not level up enough, you want to pay attention to it. You know, adjust it and everything. I wish I could get her, let's see if I could change it now. If I could cast a better spell. No, not yet. See when I unlock that. Let's see. There's about 16. I think there's supposed to be a romance in it. I'm not sure. It looks like there's gonna be a romance element. And then they have some nice, bedroom scenes. I could see. Go a bit further with their mature themes. Like I think there's supposed to be even like prostitution in the game. I think that's supposed to be explored. So let's see how they do that. That's another thing. That's one of the mature themes they're going to explore. Just trying to figure out when to upgrade, our cure spells. I still don't know how to get these. I mean, if anyone sees this and they get this part of the video, if you could just tell me in comment, please. I have not figured out how to get these ones that are connected like these are. Yeah, I don't know. I got the boards done in the other place where I have the save file I have, but I still don't know how to get to these ones. I mean, they're just blank, like I don't know. Am I gonna be able to get her better cure spells? I don't know, it doesn't look like it. I'm just stuck with cure, I guess. Yeah, here's another one. I don't know how to get to this one. I don't remember what jobs were in that version, but yeah, I got a lot of... I have these spots I can't figure out how to fill out. Let me guess, it's gonna be stuck in the ones I can't get to. And I don't know how to get to these. Yeah, somebody can just tell me in the comment, please. I appreciate it. I don't know how I got to this one. Like, did they disappear after? I have no idea. I guess sometimes they appear. I mean, I just don't want to get the other ones to appear. Alright, well, I don't know. I guess I can't unlock something better for cure spells for Ash. Alright, well, maybe I'll change. It just seems trivial to keep casting cure like that. So maybe I'll change to an X potion. Yes. And that casts it. I believe it cures a large amount of HP. I don't know what all the games were that appear. I know in 10 they were extremely rare to get, very hard to get in that game. And they fully cured your character, one character. I don't remember how to get it. I think it was mostly for bribes that you can get. That's the best way to get it. In this game you can buy it, thankfully. I don't think it cures everything, but it cures a significant amount of HP. Yeah, I think the Esper system, something they did change about that is it gives you this misfire instead of using MP when you call in an Esper, which I never did in the original much, nor did I do it much in this game either, because I just don't know that I guess it was a response to Final Fantasy X, because they made the summons that game really OP. This one, they kind of went the opposite end. They made the summons practically pointless, you know, when quickenings are more effective overall. But anyway, yeah, also quickenings got rid of the need to use MP, they used it to misgauge, such a nice improvement. Very good decision. I just wish they didn't make the... I mean, I get fixing the OP summon, they could be OP, definitely. You still have to kind of know how to do it, I mean... Anyway, and it made it a little too superfluous overall. Like, I fixed that with 13, the only thing with 13 is they made it harder to call them in because they gave you this thing called TP and it was hard to get filled overall. It took a while to fill up and yeah, you have to use that for the Eidolons, Libra, and some other stuff in the game. I think the limit, that version, I guess that game's version limit breaks. They balanced it out better in that game with the summons. They made it harder, you know, to call them in, you know, when you need them. But when you're using them, they did make them more useful, I noticed. And like it was a couple years ago I played Game Pass, I noticed it was more useful overall. Just the TP was hard to fill out. No, I don't know why I have mixed feelings on the Transformer styling. I don't know, it's just odd to me, but they did make them a little more balanced. Just harder, you know, to call them in, but when you use them, they're overall more balanced. It could help. I didn't have trouble figuring out how, you know, commands for them. Apparently there are people who have trouble figuring out how to use the controls there. I didn't really have a problem with that. That was a weird move. The way they structured it was kind of weird though, but I mean I can figure it out. It kind of reminds me of like car controls. I mean it kind of reminds me like controls in a driving game. It was a little odd. But I was confused by it. Just followed the buttons prompt. Yeah, like I said, mixed feelings on the Transformer styling. Well, I guess it did fit the setting, you know, it was more of a futuristic setting. So I guess it worked in that way. felt more consistent. Also, setting, to me, it felt like a better version of 8, whatever 8 was trying to do. I don't know what that game was going for, the setting. I felt like it worked better, including the Gunblade. I thought the Gunblade design was better overall. Lightning's Gunblade was better than 1 and 8, went like a sword with a revolver grip duct tape to it. And like the Spoody's video said, I mean, when you mix stuff together, not always gonna get chocolate and peanut butter, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, like he said. It doesn't always work that way. And yeah, I thought it was an improvement. The setting was overall improvement, although the game was rushed, so the setting just felt. Oops. Oh, I can't cancel it now. I guess. Oh well. I feel like if they didn't rush the game, they did a little bit. They fixed some things in development. They didn't rush it like they did. It probably could have been a lot better of a game overall. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I heard people ask like, I think maybe do a remake of it. I mean, maybe they could make it work. I mean, they could always do a remaster, but they're not going to fix the story issues, the story and stuff. But, it might add stuff like speeding up the gameplay. There are long stretches where you're just running. Sometimes back and forth, like in Grand Pulse, you're just running. It seems like forever at times. And so we put a good warp system in. And it takes a while to get stealth modes in the game. So yeah, it might add a speed up feature, which we all could use. It might fix, how you call summons, it might fix the TP issue. It's hard to fill it up. I don't know if they have to fix the balancing of them. I think they're more balanced enough. But the TP was the issue. TP meter, whatever that meant. I know. Maybe they'll do something different, I don't know, with that. Or make it separate from, like, using Libra and other stuff. Make it separate from summons. I'll have to... That has to be determined. I'm trying to do a remastered trilogy. I may end up getting it, because I ended up... I did the first game. When it released at first, I was really turned off by it overall. I mean, not saying this game certainly had its things too, but overall I thought it was a pretty solid game. I thought they could have built on it going forward, but I felt like it was a step back overall. Aside from the graphics are really good. That was always something they did well. I felt like overall it just felt like a regression. Oh, here's the save, that's right, save crystal. Yeah, going back to it, it had stuff I did like to it, if I wasn't for getting stuck on the Dolan battle, I probably would have beaten the game, but yeah, I did it like 15, 16 times, I just thought, you know what, yeah, I had enough. Okay, where are we now with leveling up? Let's see. I've just been sharing my thoughts while I'm leveling up. I'm not really doing much else. So, might as well just shoot shit. Guess, share my thoughts. Different games in the series. 16. Yeah, I mean, I did like it better than I thought it was. It certainly... Yeah, I still had issues like the storytelling. I didn't like having to pause the game to read these cliff notes on what was happening when they had cutscenes. It was just, to me, it was odd. But, yeah, I got through that. And reading the lore, I mean, I felt like the game had a pretty good lore to it. But yeah, it's in the menu, which certainly brings it down. You know, it should have been more explored more through gameplay and stuff. Not having to switch the game to a grinding halt to read stuff in the menu. Yeah, I did that several times. And still, I mean, quick's better, but there were still a good amount of things I didn't understand. Some of them I thought were just so silly, like the Chocobo one, like, I don't know what the point of that one was. Was it a joke or something? I have no idea. A pointless entry. I guess it's had to be funny or something? I don't know. I suppose, you know, Sally's Chocobo. Which, by the way, spoiler alert, you might want to skip ahead a little. By, you know, maybe a minute or so. Sure, now in 13.2, that lady, Chocorino, somehow is the Chocobo chick that lived in Sally's Afro. I have no idea how that is, but it was hot, by the way. Yeah, somehow she was. That's the chick that lived in his hair. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she lived in his hair, and somehow she was turned into a took on more of a human form. When I did 13.2, I felt like it did some things better than 13 overall. I felt like it was. I mean, I thought 13 was just average at best on replay. Just average. Like average at best. I don't know if it was entirely horrible, it was just very average. But yeah, 13.2, like, it had some really cool environments. The music I thought was better overall, was more consistently good. Combat system was less. I mean, I was confused by the combat system, like I didn't get the jobs, like synergist, I got confused on that. I'm not really familiar with MMO, so that just bogged me down. I thought they could have made it more simple, especially if they had a whole tutorial. And I still didn't fully understand it, it was still confusing by the end. And I ended up dumping a bunch of points in the wrong characters. Apparently, at the end of the tell you this, you are supposed, well, at least until the end of the game. You know, after you beat the main story, you go back and do stuff in, example, you're supposed to dump the points into certain characters. Like, Hope apparently, his best thing is Medic, I believe. Yeah, Medic. Lightning's best one is, I think, Ravager. Anyway, you have to dump points into that, and I made the mistake of dumping into, like, they all potentially have to be different roles. Yeah, I dumped them into different ones. That was a mistake. Maybe that's why I got stuck in that battle. Yeah, that is something. So why I kept having to change the paradigms in the game over and over. I don't know why. You know, I can't just stay the same unless you want to change them. It reminded me of Final Fantasy VIII, you know, that you kept having to change junctions, which was stupid. Like, over and over, you have to keep reassigning them. I would forget a lot of times. I hated it so much. I mean, it wasn't as bad as that, but in a way it reminded me of that. Yeah, I don't think anything tops the bullshittery of that system. I actually commented in another video when I was talking about junction system, I just said the junction system. Now there's something I wish I could forget. Yeah, that thing was a mess. I played the news, I never beat the game, so I couldn't get through it overall. I got the game mechanics, but yeah, the remaster alleviated the issues overall, but yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, still not entirely sold on the game. to a certain extent the gameplay issues, and there certainly were issues. So yeah, anyway, yeah, not as bad. And at least there's proper magic in the game you could use. You couldn't control which overall, and I guess you could, but it did slow it down. The battles moved really fast, so I ended up, like most people, using auto battle. But you could technically pick these magic from, I need to be quick about it, you know, from the list. Okay, let's see. There's no one to use here. You could, but yeah, the battles move very quick. You couldn't pause them or slow them down. They move very fast. And pretty quickly, you could easily, you know, end up screwed in the battles. It's pretty easy for the tables to turn. Like every battle was like a boss battle, pretty much. Like I timed them. They last about like 7-8 minutes on average. I looked at the clock, literally looked at the clock in my bedroom. That's the typical battle was 7-8 minutes, maybe 6 to 8 minutes. Because a big gauge they have anyway. I guess I'll give credit where it was due. At least battles, like, it gave you experience overall. So, like an 8, you well, not only did you level up, you know, the enemies leveled with you, they leveled up higher than you did, which means, oh yeah, only if Squall leveled up. Like, let's say Squall was level 90, enemies in the game would be about that, and then some. Like, they'd have, you know, their stats would be somewhat higher, so they were definitely higher. And then, yeah, you have to, at least it's level 30, like, the game had this thing. It made sense with the school setting everything. They have the seed test, but yeah, Squall had to be he had to level up, like, let's say, Squall, you could leave him at level 5, you can get up to level 5, part 5 of the seed exams. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna stop this playthrough pretty soon. I don't know when, maybe by 9, let's see. Yeah, I guess 9. Yeah, so let's say he's level 5, you can't go past level 5 unless he levels up. And it was really the best way to make money in the game. You got a salary in the game, which again made sense, but I thought the way they handled it was really flawed. Because the enemies become harder, and only if Squall levels up, you can't take him out of the party, so you have to kill him. So, like probably the best way to avoid leveling. Which is, yeah, to me, not a good choice. He's also overall the most powerful character in the game. Yeah, but if you level him up, yeah, that's when the enemies in the game level up with him. Not really the other party members, just Squall for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, the game, they don't tell you that either. Like, if you, like, by now people know, but like when the game came out, they never told you that if the enemies level up with Squall and then some, I mean, the final boss battles will become a nightmare, potentially a nightmare. They could be very tough. Like, the battles in Ultimate were very tough. I used the boosters, I remember using the boosters, they were still really tough. Kind of mitigate the issues with the gameplay. I used them. And I'm not ashamed to say that, yeah, I had no issues. I wanted to get through the game so I could say I beat it, and I could get enough opinion on the game overall. I could finally say I beat it. Oh, and by the way, I started, like, I beat every game I started, Final Fantasy VII, like I played again 7, with the exception of 11. I played all the games from 7 onward. And I've beaten all of them. The ones I haven't, well, the ones I haven't beaten are 13 games. That was it. This was actually, for a time, the other one. I got stuck at, years ago, and even more recently I got stuck at, Thuros. Those towers, I gave up them, but, you know, it's close to the end. I got through most of it. Yeah, I didn't finish it though. I didn't see the credits. I didn't finish it. Let's see. Yeah, that changed a few months ago. I finally finished it. Completely finished it. At least once. This will be the second time probably. Go back. Yeah. I actually also played the games before, 7, although I know the one game I'll skip is 2 because of the abysmal ability system. It's just I have no interest in torturing myself with that. Seems worse than 8. I think that seems worse than 8 stuff. I mean, any game like Sword abilities, the best way to do is attack your party. I mean, to me, that is just torture. And then the level design was pretty rough, I hear. So no, I don't want to do it. I don't even know if I do 1 and 3. They didn't really pick up till 4, so I don't know. Apparently 5 is like 1 and 3. But better, so I might just do that one. I don't know, we'll see. If I get the Pixel Master, I definitely know I'm going to skip 2. I don't know if I'm going to do 1 and 3 or not. I guess we'll find out. I definitely know 4 and 6. I do. We'll definitely do those games. The main problems they have with 8, I guess without 8, you know, they wouldn't have, I feel like 10 owes itself good amount to, you know, to some degree to 8, you know, I feel like I got it more correct with that game. You know, the love story, I mean, being probably a featured game was done better. I could buy into it better with T.S. and Nina than I could with Squall and Noah, which I just couldn't buy into it very much. At least it was executed. I mean, they never remade the game, which seems possible one day. Who knows? Takes them a while to get the 7 remake series out. Maybe they could probably deliver on that love story, I guess we'll find out. Oh, I did like the character designs in that game. That was one thing I did like about 8 was the character designs. I thought they were pretty cool. Like I said, I think the Murray does some pretty banged up character designs. You know, they can be really weird at times. They're still pretty banged up, even the more weird ones. And then, what else? I mean, I have some really good FMVs. And at the time, the graphics of the game were actually pretty good. I mean, they haven't aged great, that's for sure, but at the time they were pretty good. And they brought more realistic proportions to the characters, which was a nice move. I mean, they reversed it with 9 for a bit, and then after that, then 10 onward, they've been more realistic proportions. They haven't done the chibi styling since. And as for 9, I thought... Yeah, I did like the first half of that game. And I thought overall it was it was a move in the right direction after stumbling with 8 overall. But I don't know, I didn't like the character designs of that game, at least the original ones. I like that, the Zodiac, like the Zodiac MP, I like the redesign used for Sudan. I think that's how you say his name, and Cujo. They were a lot better. So I think the merge of them, that was a nice update. I didn't like the Crystal Chronicle design styling. I don't know, no, didn't like it. They were just all over the place. Like, what's his name? Dagger looked more like a normal human. A lot of them just, it was just inconsistent. Like she looked like an 8-year-old girl, basically. You know, Dan looks like a monkey boy. Like monkey, Meg Ryan from Monkey Tail. I've heard people say, and I agree with that. Yeah, I didn't thought it was all over the place overall. But yeah, the gameplay was, if there's a reason to engage in battles again. Like at 8, they basically just made it, nerfed it. Nerfed the reason to participate in battles in general. I mean, you still had to, but like to get your seat salary, it actually goes down if you don't participate in battles enough. Well, it's one way. You simply don't want to participate in battles. Because leveling up is counterintuitive. Yeah, it's just a weird system. And they fixed that, although the combat speed was slower overall with the animations. They made the PS1 hardware, which at that time was aging, it made it run slower. So yeah, they made battles run slower a lot, unless you had auto haste on to mitigate it. And then yeah, the battles, not every time. At times they would load up quickly. Most of the times you'd just be sitting there looking at a black screen and waiting for it to load, like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock sometime today. Like it would just be taking forever to load. And you had to speed up, it wouldn't fix that. I mean, with 8 and the 7, remastered ports, they did speed up the battle transitions, which was good. But yeah, 9, I don't know, it didn't do that. It's a bit awkward. Yeah, first half of the story I thought was fun, and the second half became a mess. I hear they actually rushed it in one of the weeks, I believe, by Christmas. That the second half has some issues, at least I thought. I mean, there are people who really like it overall. I mean, I don't know, I couldn't. The second half has some real issues to me. Like, they rushed section in Terra. A really rushed section. And then, instead of making Kujo the final boss, they throw in, Macron, like, who is this guy again? No idea. We cheat boss too. Oh wait, it's sorry here. And oh well. I'm at Kano tier, Chronos tier. Yeah, I mean, I felt it was a move in the right direction, but it did have some issues too. If they didn't rush it so much, it probably would have been better. Anyhow, that was a move in the right direction in general, even with some flaws like, sword battles. And it had a nice nostalgic feel, I'll give it that. I thought it was good for one playthrough. I did actually do a playthrough, I got it for Xbox, but I used the, not those boosters that can you pause the game, but I mean the ones like in this type of menu and configuration. I used those and blocked the achievements, so I went back to do, I liked it more in the first playthrough. I thought it was, even the second half of the issues, I thought the game was more enjoyable enough. Maybe I tried those things on the second playthrough. I mean, maybe I just need to give it more time to come back to it later. But that's what I probably end up doing. Yeah, it walked me out of all the achievements. That's how we do the other playthroughs, it's just completely walked out. So a lot of achievements can be pretty tough. I tried to do, there's that jump rope one, I don't know if I'm gonna do that one. I mean, people complain about, like, the, lightning dodging one, which, yes, that one can be tiresome, but that one, I mean, that doesn't have anything on jump rope one. And I could be wrong, I mean, anyone gets this part of the video, and correct me otherwise. The lightning dodging one, you get, well, I know that one for sure, you get Lulu's, Venus Sigil to, you know, fully upgrade her celestial weapon, but with, the jump rope one, I don't think you really get anything except bragging rights, so to me, I just, you know, I didn't have any desire to sit there and do all that. It just didn't give you anything. Except the achievements, but that's too difficult to me. It just seems like it's not worth the time taken, the frustration and all that. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, that's... I don't think there's actually any real rewards for doing it. Except bragging rights. Which you get with the lightning one, and you get, you know, the means to upgrade the celestial weapon. Okay, let me check here again. Oh yeah, we're getting closer, good, so just come back to the playthrough and just keep chipping away at it. And I thought the setting in it in 9 was... I had a whimsical feel to it. I thought it was better than 8 though, while 8 was kind of bland to me. The only setting I thought was actually cool in that game was Ultimate's castle, and that's at the very end. That was the only one that seemed cool to me. Others just seemed like okay, yeah. And they just seem alright. I mean, they weren't 15 levels of bland, but they were one of the more blander things. When they didn't have a name, they didn't even name the in-game world. They just called it. It's just referred to as world. But they didn't give it a name. It might be the only setting in the series that has no name. It's just world. Didn't think of a name for it. Another, I guess, interesting aspect of 8, I think it's like one of the only games in the series that explains, you know, where monsters come from. I mean, not all, most of them I don't think do. 10 is another one that explains that monsters are basically unsent, you know, dead people. You know, they become malicious after a while. They become fiends. 8, they fall from the moon. They fall from the... like, Sony said, it looks like a giant zit exploding into the world. That's what it looks like. Yeah, they just fall from the moon every so often. Moon monsters. 13, well, not all of them, but the ones that look like zombies, the sea surf, with sea who didn't fulfill their focus, which I finally figured out by playing the game again. Yeah, I didn't. When I first played, like, what? What's the difference between them and all? Yeah, I learned what that all, most part, what that all means. So, Yeah, thieves are basically, yeah, they're, with thieves who didn't fulfill their focus in time, they became monsters. And their, brand opened up all the way. And don't ask me how in 13 they all become thieves toward the end, and then some Deus Machina happens and they become human again. No idea. Anyhow, that's what thieves come from. And then 15. It's like one of the only games I know that tells you demons are humans that became infected by Star Scourge, which is like some spaceborne virus, I think. Yeah, it fell to the Earth at some point, or Eos at some point. I guess centuries prior the game starts. One, I don't remember. Yeah, it's basically a virus. Spaceborne virus. Yeah, demons are basically the humans that become infected by it. They morph into, just demons, not the other monsters. You know, like tomberries, bombs, those type of enemies are demons. The ones that have more of a bizarre appearance are demons. Oh good. Yeah, we're doing good here. I got a few more minutes. We're gonna stop for today. So yeah, I think, as far as I know, only 4 games, not including the sequel. The sequel kind of follows the same trajectory. You know, like 10's themes that returns to 10-2, and 13 sequels. I don't know if they have seeds. I can't remember if they have seeds or not. I guess they did. I don't remember. I guess they did. Yeah, it's only 4 I know have actually explained that. And 2 of them, you know, 8 and 10, they explain that monsters aren't, you know, they come from the same source. And then 2 of them, only certain monsters have an explanation where they come from. Let's see. Much then. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm gonna. Well, I'll play 4 through 6 eventually. I'll do a playthrough of it. I did here. That's in my list of live streams. As far as I know, you know, only 4 games where we explain where monsters come from. 2 of them completely explain it. And the other 2 only explain certain monsters. I don't know if 16's gonna explain it or not. I think it might. I don't know. So it might be the 5th. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, everyone. Keep grinding as much as I can before I stop the playthrough for today. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get back on track. You know, carry the story forward finally. And get to the end. Not far. Shoot. I'm gonna end up. Like, I'm gonna swap around. I'm almost done with these. Oh, maybe. Maybe I do want to get out of here. hell out of here. Oh. Get away from these things. Yeah, if I die here, I haven't got to areas I would lose my progress. Whatever that is, so far would be lost. Alright. I hope you've enjoyed my video so far and my commentary. Also, I hope you can hear what I'm saying. I'll have to review this video later. I think you probably should be able to hear. I adjusted the mic volume and... yeah, I don't know why it was set pretty low. For some reason, I definitely upped it. Save here. And soon enough we'll be able to continue and get to the end of the game. I don't know if I'm going to do all the I don't think I'm going to do all the side quests. I already have their save file. I'm doing the important ones for trophies. Or even all the hunts, but we'll definitely get to the end. Again, the ending is really kick-ass. I really love the ending of this game. I do wish they included Revenant Wings with this game, like I guess something like a Metal Gear Solid 3 did with Metal Gear 1 and 2, it included that. I wish they did something like that. I never played it back then. I don't think I had a DS back then either. I didn't, yeah, I never got around to playing it. And if you could play them on, have to look into the Switch and see if you could play DS games. I never played it. In case anyone doesn't know, it centers around... I don't know the whole premise of the game. And it centers around Pinello and Vaughn. Their adventures as Sky Pirates, and Fran and Balthier join them. There's no... Ash and Bosch aren't with them. It's just the four of them. I don't know if you could play... I wonder if you could play DS games. Let me check. I have a Wii here. Oops. I wonder if you could play DS games on it. If there's a way to do that, I don't know. Again, I'll have to look into it eventually. I'm not in a hurry, though. I'm not going to be able to ever get it. If anyone gets to this point in the video, you can tell me in the comments if you could play DS games on a Wii, a Nintendo Wii or not. Maybe you could play GameCube games. I'd appreciate it. I don't think I'd be able to do a live stream on it, but I would be able to play it, and then if I ever did a New Game Plus playthrough with games, I think I will eventually, at some point. And I would comment, you know, if I ever play it, I would comment on my thoughts on it overall. Okay, I'm just stopping in a few minutes. I might just pause here, just maybe talk a bit more. Let's see. Maybe so. Maybe I'll do that for a few minutes. I'll get back to the grind next time. Let's see, what license board we got next? Well, I guess I tried to play every game 7 upward except 11. I did probably 14. I thought it was... I didn't get far enough into it for it to really pick up story-wise. I thought it was fine overall. Yeah, I haven't got far in it yet. So apparently I can get to the point where the story starts to get really good. Anyhow, except 11, I played all the games to some degree. I beat, except the 13 trilogy and 14, I beat the ones I played. I also played 10 too. Well, let's see, 10 too, I played that game as well. I beat 9 when I played it on the Xbox. I did actually beat it. That could be that I used the cheats in the menus. I guess I didn't grind long enough to finish the Chron, and I just can't jive with the slow battles. So, maybe one day I could just push myself to do it. We'll see. I still have it on the Xbox. Second place, I haven't finished it yet. I played it years ago. I don't know if I ever beat it years ago. I played it like on some other people's PS. I did it before. I didn't own it because I couldn't find a PlayStation 1 memory card for the PS2. You can't save them on the PS2 cards. I don't know why, but so yeah, if I bought it, I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to leave it running at all times. There's just no way I could do that. Because it would just lose all data if I went back to it. It'd all be gone if it was off. Yeah, I played them all, except for the ones before 7. Hopefully that will change soon. The only one I'll skip for sure is 2. And I'm not sure if I'll do 1 and 3, because 5 apparently is fairly similar. It's better overall. And they didn't really start to get interesting until 4 anyway. They become more noteworthy, and they were just wrote plots entirely. They didn't have much that was noteworthy about them. Till like 4. So 2, I hear that one started to become a little more detailed. It wasn't that, compared to like 4, it wasn't as detailed. But yeah, the gameplay in that was abysmal. I'm not going to subject myself to that, I don't think. And also, I think it was 2. Apparently, like when your party members just leaves for a while, and when they come back later in the game, that they're whatever level they were at when they left, so they're really far behind their other characters, and that just really sucks overall. I can't remember which one, but one of them I heard just ended up leaving. I read it in a review of the game, in a ranking of the games. Let's see. Okay, we'll do this one. This is good. Okay, this one too. It says your HP has to be full, but if it is, then your magic power is higher. I'm gonna finish up this stuff and then I'm gonna stop for tonight. Let's see. I think it's not much longer. Diamond sword. Oh, save up for that. I don't know where to get the ribbon. I still gotta look into that. I need to get that. Well, actually, that would help with the, now that I think about it, that would help with the status ailments. I gotta find where I'm supposed to get that. That would be really good. We'll get rid of these annoying status ailments that are a persistent issue late in the game. Now what? Sash. Okay. Now what? Maybe post? We're just going to buy them just to buy them. For the most part. Belt maybe. And this one. We're gonna do that one next. Okay, so looks like I'm about the point I plan to stop. Oh yeah, I'll have to save first and then stop. Alrighty. So, oh yeah, so save, organize. I do this every so often. Alright, I'm gonna stay on and save and finish up next time. So thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, press the bell icon, select all so you get notified when I do videos and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.